You know those stories that just get under your skin? The ones that are so creepy and so believable that they make you check over your shoulder? Well, we're not talking about some old ghost story. We're diving into a modern urban legend that feels like it could happen to literally anyone. Maybe even tonight, on that last train home. I mean, really think about it. The lights are flickering, the train is screeching on the tracks, and you're surrounded by just a few silent strangers. There's already this kind of built-in creepiness to that last ride home, and the story we're about to get into, it plays on that exact fear. So, a story like this doesn't start in a haunted house or some creepy old forest. Nope. It starts in a place we've all been. It begins on a totally normal, lonely night. Let's just picture this for a second. It's late, you're exhausted, and all you want to do is get to your bed. You're just sitting there, maybe listening to music, as the train rocks back and forth. Just another person heading home. Absolutely nothing seems out of the ordinary. Yet. And this is the moment. This is when that comfortable, normal feeling starts to just curdle into something really, really unsettling. You know that primal feeling you get on the back of your neck? The feeling that someone is watching you? And we're not talking about a quick glance here. This is a fixed, locked-on, intense stare. The kind that feels like it's drilling right into you. The girl, of course, tries to ignore it, look at her phone, look out the window, but it doesn't stop. The feeling just gets worse. And all the little details just make it so much stranger. The woman is sitting between these two old men who are acting like bookends, completely still, not looking at anything. Their total lack of reaction just makes the woman's stare feel even more bizarre, more targeted. The girl is basically trapped in this weird silent showdown. This is the question just screaming inside her head. Like, what is happening? Is this person angry? Is something wrong with them? Every single possibility is terrifying. By refusing to break eye contact, the woman stops feeling like a person and starts feeling like something else. Something not right. Okay, a change of scenery, a new person gets on. Tall guy, trench coat, and he sits right down next to our girl. For a second, you'd think, okay, maybe this will break the spell. A new person in the car should change the dynamic, right? But no, she doesn't even flinch. Nothing changes. Her focus is absolute. And this is a massive escalation. The man's presence does nothing. All it does is confirm that the girl, and only the girl, is the target of this awful, suffocating attention. The fear is real now. So just when that psychological tension is cranked up to a 10, the story just lurches into physical action. But the person who acts is the last one you'd expect, and it throws everything into total chaos. It all happens in a split second. The quiet guy next to her is suddenly an aggressor. There's no warning, no "we have to go." He just grabs her arm, yanks her out of her seat, and hauls her off the train just as the doors are hissing shut. Is he attacking her? Is this a kidnapping? There's no time to even process it. And then, silence. The train screeches away into the tunnel, leaving the two of them alone on this cold, empty platform. The immediate danger of the staring woman is gone, but now she's stranded with the man who just physically assaulted her. So she's terrified, right? Probably angry, confused, demanding to know what's going on. And the explanation he gives her, well, it's way, way more horrifying than anything she could have possibly come up with. This is the horrifying truth. Those are the first words he says. I saved your life. It's a complete contradiction to what he just did. He sounds calm, like he's making perfect sense. He's telling her that his violence was actually saving her, and what he says next is going to flip her entire world upside down. Yeah, her perception of reality was completely and totally wrong. That intense, creepy stare that had been terrifying her, it wasn't a stare at all. It was the vacant, fixed gaze of someone who was already dead. Just let that sink in for a minute. The woman was a corpse. Those two quiet, impassive men weren't just sitting there. They were holding her up, using the busy train to transport a body without anyone noticing. The man in the trench coat saw what was really going on. He realized those guys weren't just weird, they were dangerous, and he had to get the girl away from them without tipping them off. His only move was that sudden, violent-looking rescue. And that's what's so chilling about this whole thing. The story starts by making you afraid of the person who's staring, the one who's obviously strange. But the real takeaway is a much deeper kind of paranoia. It's not just the obvious threat you have to worry about. It's the quiet, perfectly normal-looking people sitting right next to them. So the next time you're on that late-night train, who are you really watching?